I'm Jeff Ranke, Editorial Director of Industrial Equipment News here at Pelican Products in Torrance, California, to talk with a company that's been fearless in their efforts to diversify their products and keep some of the highest quality protective cases, lighting equipment, and other products made in America. Protecting all that you value. It's a simple statement that's tougher to back up, but for more than 40 years, that's exactly what this self-described American success story has been all about.
Dave Parker, who started the company in the garage, took a mortgage out to buy his first equipment. Really is a American success story. The company's obviously evolved from there to be, multi-million-dollar international company today, but its roots are with a guy from the Midwest, came out west and literally made the first protective case.
Parker was an avid diver and recognized the need for rugged flashlights and cases that wouldn't leak or fail. This would lead to the company's first product, the Pelican Float. The company soon became a leader in the design and manufacture of high-performance protective cases and portable lighting systems for industries ranging from fire and rescue, law enforcement and the military, to photography and consumer electronics. The company enjoyed a tremendous amount of success and grew organically for years, but knew that taking the next step would require a different operational approach.
The company has done an amazing job. Up until 2010, the company hadn't made a single acquisition. Everything was organic. We brought out the next size case or the next flashlight. And frankly, with Berman Capital coming on board and myself coming on board, we changed that mentality to where we accelerated what we wanted to do around here tenfold, in some cases by acquiring companies rather than growing organically.
Following its acquisition by Berman Capital in 2004, Pelican Products began executing an aggressive growth strategy that included the purchase of its biggest case competitor, Hardigg Industries. This nearly doubled Pelican's size and made it the largest manufacturer of equipment protection cases in the world. But that was just the start of things to come.
What that really is sort of transitioned to is where we might have launched one or two products a year as the entrepreneurial company and obviously restricted on what investment you can make. Wind that forward today, we've bought 6 companies, all are successful within the Pelican environment. We launch 50 products a year today, and that's accelerating the diversity.
The Hardigg acquisition would be followed by deals that expanded Pelican's product offerings into LED lighting, drinkware, luggage, covers for mobile devices, coolers, backpacks, and temperature-controlled transport cases and shipping containers. In creating Pelican BioThermal, the company is also the largest temperature-controlled case manufacturer in the world, which has allowed it to diversify into other markets, including pharmaceuticals. Despite this growth, the focus has remained on quality.
We have a pharmaceutical division today, which is our fastest growing business stream that provides temperature-controlled packaging to the pharmaceutical industry. We wouldn't have probably gone there had it not been for the recession. And we made the decision to go into that market. We acquired 2 companies that accelerated our position in that market. Today it's one of our bigger and, like I say, our single fastest growing business entity.
Quality and durability have been the cornerstones of building the Pelican brand, the genesis of which comes from their 200,000 square foot production facility and headquarters located in Torrance, California. In addition to the 500 workers in Torrance, Pelican employs over 1,400 worldwide, with additional manufacturing facilities in South Deerfield, Massachusetts, and Plymouth, Minnesota. This focus on quality and the inherent expertise of its workforce is one of the reasons why Pelican remains dedicated to making its products in the U.S.
Yeah, Made in America is very important to us. Not as a tagline, but as a real basis or foundation for the company. All our employees are very proud that we make things in America. You can see that pride in the products that we produce. When we're coming out with new products, that's going into the facilities. Our facilities are running flat out today, and I think from every point you want to look at within the company, we're very proud not just to put the Made in America flag on our products, but the fact that we do genuinely look at that as a platform of growth for us.
I think people are proud to work here, they're proud of our products, they're proud that they're made in the US. So that creates kind of a nice esprit de corps, if you will. But you know, like you said, there are very strong business advantages too, in terms of reduced supply chain lead times, ability to kind of control your processes, control your IP and your know-how, right? And I think all those things are very valuable to us. The other thing for us is we have some customers, in particular government or military customers, where Made in USA isn't just a nice to have, but it's a requirement. And so we're able to fulfill that requirement by being a US-based manufacturer where some of our competitors wouldn't be able to.
While Pelican faces many of the same challenges as other U.S. manufacturers, they also operate in what have traditionally been high-cost manufacturing geographies. However, the company has seen how the right investments in technology, in-house processes, and people continue to produce a strong ROI.
We're very proud of that. We have well over 1,000 people in those factories. We have a factory here in California, which works 24 hours 7, big injection molding machines. We have one in Minnesota that does all the temperature control packaging, and then we have one in New England that does more of the military type packaging. So we are really committed and proud that we make these products in America for America. One of the things that we've had to do with that, obviously, is to make sure that we're efficient. So we've deployed the latest in manufacturing technologies, you know, high use of robots, very efficient lines. We have very efficient processes. So that allows us not just to make in America, but it allows us to be efficient in making these products in America. So automation plays a very important part in making sure we run efficiently. But what it really allows us to do is grow and grow without disproportionately adding costs. So we don't really and have not deployed automation at the cost of taking people out. We've deployed automation that's allowed us to grow the business without having to grow, you know, overhead costs, facility size, things like that.
You know, we do a ceremony every quarter where we acknowledge anniversaries for people. You know, how long have they been at the company? And I was blown away the first one that I attended, because we have many people in those ceremonies, 20, 25, 30 years. That kind of legacy, know-how, and knowledge is invaluable. And so you really have to think through what's that worth versus you know, saving a little bit on labor rates by moving to a different location.
We've got something like 600 people in our California facility. The knowledge of those people is second to none. They know how to make the products. They know the quality that has to go into those products. They apply that knowledge on a consistent basis. So the fact that we are in California, one could look at and say, well, that's probably not the most efficient place to be. But I think we get that paid back in a lot of ways by having the expertise that we have. And to move this facility and not have that mind share of the people and the experience of the people will probably cost us a lot more money.
This dedication to making quality products in the U.S. has led to an incredible level of brand loyalty and an almost cult-like following of those who depend on Pelican's cases and lighting products.
You know, we have some very avid Pelican fans out there. Some of them are maybe former military folks that used our products, you know, when they were in the military, and saw that they could, you know, really withstand the kind of abuse that those environments you know, would create for the products. And then they come back into call it the civilian marketplace, and they're fans of our products and they want to know what else is out there from Pelican. You know, they have valuable equipment, and you know, buying a Pelican product is almost like buying an insurance policy for them. I think there's a little bit of a kind of a badge of honor that almost comes with owning a Pelican. So if you're a photographer and you're serious and you've arrived, your product needs to be in a Pelican case.
A big part of this brand loyalty comes from the product's reputation for reliability. Pelican cases and lights are subjected to a number of rigorous drop and submersion tests to ensure durability and performance.
We stand for protection. You know, protecting everything that you value is kind of our mission statement. Sometimes that manifests itself in taglines like built to protect, but we are about protection, we're about premium, we're about robust durability.
Something of value to me, maybe something of different value, maybe life-saving, it may be, you know, that sniper that jumps out of a helicopter and that rifle just has to work. It's a first responder that's going down an embankment to save somebody's life. And so when we say protecting all you value, value doesn't necessarily mean monetary value. It means all sorts of things to all sorts of people.
A storied past and expanding product line focused on innovative solutions point to a bright future for Pelican Products. It's a future they look forward to sharing with a passionate workforce and a loyal customer base.
For me, the future is as bright as it's ever been at Pelican. Certainly, I think the decisions we made over the last 5 years to diversify the business, some of those had risk on whether they were going to be successful. They were chances we took, educated guesses, if you want. I think wind forward to today, most all of those things now are really a platform for growth for the future. You know, all the risks that we had in making that a success are behind us. And they are all today a platform for growth for the future. So really the platform for growth is better than it's ever been in the company's 45 years.
Everybody really takes a lot of pride in the products and in our brand, and that's a fun thing to be a part of. And it's exciting, and I think because of that foundation that we have, there's a lot of opportunity for us.
This is Made in America.